This video is not for persons under the age of 13. By watching this video, you are declaring that you are above 13 years of age. Hello and welcome to today's quick tip video that looks at how we control water in watercolour painting. Very important, as that's the vehicle for the paint. So let's look at the demonstration. Okay, so we want to control our paint, and a lot of people ask me about this. They say that they can't do watercolour painting because they can't control it and it ends up being a mess. So there you go, we've got a defined area that we've drawn. Right, let's get some water. We've got some water on there. I'm going to just fill that in with water as best I can without going over. Alright, here we go. So that's pretty much wet, right? I'm now going to get my paint. I've put an application of paint on there, and I'm just basically just going to drop it in like that. You don't do a lot of brushing with your brush. It's a bit weird, because when you're doing acrylics and oils and things like that, you tend to do a lot of brushing. It's more like a dropper tool than anything else. When you're working in wet environments like that, and you use it to encourage the paint to move. The vehicle for movement is the water, and there you go. It will not go outside of that where you've painted, unless I go like that, for example. I've now created an environment for it so that it can go into there. So if I were to do that, it would encourage it to go down there. So that's one way of doing it wet like that. Now there is another way. You can work what's called dry. That has a slightly different way. This will not move as much. So I've not drawn the lining this time. I'm assuming that you understand that we're working in a set area. And then there you go. The reason why I've had control of that is because my paint is a lot drier. There's not as much water in the paint. Now how do you control in your brush? Just look at this, right? I've really damply wet it, right? It really is. Look, you can see it's that damp that there's blobs of water coming off it. What you do to control the amount of water in your brush is you have one of these little rags here, and you tap it like that, and it gets rid of the excess. Then, once you're happy that you've got the right amount of water in, you apply it to the surface. And let's get some, I don't know, some yellow this time, just for a change. And there you go. And let the paint and the water do the work. Don't you do it. There you go. But one thing what we need to look at is, for example, I've got that there that I've just painted that's wet, and just imagine I've got some paint on my brush and I'm wanting to work next to it, let's say there for example, right, but oh no, I've gone a bit too close, and look, it's like bled into the area that I wanted to be yellow. And that's something that you have to avoid, and the way that you avoid that is you work that area, let it dry, go and work somewhere else round here while that's drying. And once that's dry, you then can come in with another colour and butt it up straight to it. So that's another way of controlling your water. One more way that we can control water, we'll get a little bit of tissue paper, and for example if you see any pools of water, you scrunch it up into a little bit like that and go, and that will suck up all the excess water wherever it is. I mean, that's drying, so that's not a great example. So what I'm going to do is this what's still wet, you can just go just over it and it will soak up any excess water. And they're really the basics for controlling water. If you control water, you can control the paint. Next time when we do one of these quick tips, we'll have a look at how to apply paint, the various different ways. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on another video soon. Bye for now.